Hey guys, Nicole here in the edit studio. Everything we share here on Laugh Glow Flow comes from our own research and case studies. We are not medically trained. Just think of us as your girlfriends just chatting about midlife challenges and testing out products to see if they are worth using. Always check with a healthcare professional about your health.
This is my baby bottle. Look at my baby bottle.
Again. Always with the baby bottle. Just water today.
I love my baby bottle. I might put my baby bottle right here.
That's a good idea.
Look at that.
I like it.
And you can see our little logo too.
Right next to the scary mask.
Yeah. Yep.
So today we have a really interesting podcast actually about friendship and how friendships can change during midlife for good, for bad, for whatever. And also sometimes feeling left out and how that, you know, when you feel left out when you're a kid, that still carries over into midlife.
Totally does.
You can definitely feel left out in midlife. You know, if you're scrolling on Facebook and you're looking and you're like, oh my God, they're all at, you know,
why didn't they call me?
Spa and I didn't get invited.
Yeah.
And you're like, it still hurts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You still feel that. So we're going to talk about that today.
I like that.
We're going to get a little raw about that.
So welcome.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us today on Laugh Glow Flow. I'm Nicole.
I'm Daneen.
And we are your besties for everything midlife. We love to talk about everything midlife, the funny. We try to make it funny.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff is funny.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
The good, the bad, and the funny.
So here we are.
Thanks for joining us. Hey, you know, you can help us out by sharing our episode, liking our episode. You can find us on YouTube, of course. You can find us on Apple and Spotify.
TikTok.
Leave a review. Yep. TikTok. Definitely all those help us out by sharing. Send it to somebody you love, somebody you know that might benefit from our podcast and maybe needs connection and community.
And give us some ideas to talk about.
Absolutely.
Like whatever you guys want to talk about, going through whatever you're going through. No, we want you guys to write to us and let us know what you want to talk about.
Why?
Because you're not alone in whatever the things that you're feeling.
Right.
And we want you to share it with us. And we'll share with you the stuff that we've gone through.
That's right. Because we're all in this together, basically.
We're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
We've
got lots to share. And we know you have lots to share. So why not share it?
Yeah.
And, you know, you're watching this because you want to laugh about midlife, but you also want to, you know, to learn about it as well, but also want to maybe have an opinion about it.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for. We want to hear what your opinion is about midlife, your experience with midlife.
Yeah. And you know what, too? As we all do, we want to connect, right? So this is a kind of a great podcast to be able to connect with the feelings that you're having with us and with other people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You can take that out too.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I know what I want to say.
We all do. Sometimes it's hard to say it though.
Yeah.
That's why we're going to talk about friendships, because sometimes it's really difficult to talk to your friends sometimes. If something's bothering you, something's going on, like, hey, I saw you on Facebook at the freaking spa and you never even invited me. So what is up with that? So we're going to talk about that. Have you ever felt left out?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen like friends, like pictures where they've gone out to dinner or to whatever. And then there's pictures of them having a blast. And I'm like,
yeah,
how come I didn't hear my phone ring?
Yeah. And it hurts. Like it's the same kind of hurt that you felt way back in middle school, grammar school, high school, all that stuff. It's that same kind of weird feeling. I don't think we ever really go past that.
Do you think,
for most of us?
I have a question. Do you think guys feel the same way?
If they do, they don't show it.
Yeah.
You know,
I think
that's a great question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've never known anyone in my life, whether it was a brother or my husband, to be like, oh, I felt really left out that the guys didn't call me. Like, I've never had that.
That is so true. And guys are funny like that, though.
But us,
like
we read into shit.
We do.
But maybe they don't really like us anymore.
So we have a story for you. So over the weekend, this past weekend, my husband's traveling. So I'm like, oh, I'll just invite the girls over and we're going to do a sleepover. Yeah. We didn't end up doing the sleepover, but we all went out to dinner, which was fun. And tell them what your husband did.
So I was telling my husband, I said, Jim, so, Saturday night, we're all going to sleep over at Nicole's house, a few of us girls and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, oh, okay, whatever. So the next day he says to me, he goes, by the way, I called Brian, I called Greg, I called like all these guys' names. He's like, we're all having a sleepover too at our house. We started laughing so hard because it's like, guys don't do that.
No, they don't.
And if they do, it's weird.
Yeah. It sounds weird. Even with Jimmy saying that, it does sound weird.
I was dying laughing, and so wasn't he. And
he told me about it. I'm like, yeah, it is kind of freaking weird. But the reason I did that was A, because it's nice sometimes to get together without the guys.
Yeah.
And B, we were going to be drinking and I didn't want people to drive.
Drink and drive.
And so we ended up inviting the guys and they were the designated drivers and we still ended up having a good time.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
But I told my husband and he's like, yeah, I thought that was kind of weird too, but I didn't say anything to you. So guys.
Wait. He thought it was weird that you and the girls over?
Yeah, he did.
No, Jim doesn't think it was weird. He was just kind of making fun of us.
Oh, no, my husband thought it was weird. Yeah.
It would be weird if guys had sleepovers.
Yeah.
If guys had sleepovers, that would be fucking weird.
Well, didn't Jimmy say that he was going to have the guys sleep together in the bed with him? That's fucking weird.
He goes, oh, by the way, I think what I'll do is I'll just have everyone sleep up in my bed.
That's a close friendship.
Yeah. He basically was making fun of us.
Yeah.
But he didn't care. He didn't think it was weird. He was just making fun.
Yeah. Well, when I explained it to Greg and I said, listen, it's because I didn't want the ladies driving home if they had something too much to drink. He's like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think in his mind, he still thought it was
freaking
weird.
Greg.
Yeah, whatever. But hey, yeah, friendships, friendships change. And they definitely can be different from when we were younger to when we're older because we have different circles around it, right? So
different times in our lives too.
Yeah.
Right? But like I was saying to Nicole, I think I was saying it starts like in kindergarten, but you had mentioned that you think it starts, and you're right, at home.
Yeah.
Like with siblings.
Yeah.
Think of that, right? Mm-hmm. You have the younger one trying to hang out with the older ones.
Yep.
And
trying to fit in.
Just trying to fit in.
Mm-hmm. And I'm the youngest of 5. Wow. So I was always trying to hang out. I remember my oldest sister had a party, a high school party. And my mom's like, do not go out there. They were all outside by the pool. And I wanted to go out there so bad. Mm-hmm. I snuck out and I went out there and was hanging out with the older kids because I felt left out. I wanted to be out there with them.
Yeah. I mean, is it a human?
Yeah, it is. We want to belong, I think.
Yeah.
We want to belong. And I think it is innate in us for wanting to belong.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it goes to middle school, and middle school can get kind of rough.
Yeah.
Especially with girls. Girls can be really mean. And then high school even.
Oh, forget about high school.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy.
Douchebags.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. And then we get out of that. We get married. We have kids. And then our circle of friends becomes basically our kids' friends' parents.
Yep. And then once the kids grow up, go to college, whatever, it's almost like when the kids are gone, we almost get to have our own group of friends that we really want to be friends with.
Right.
Because I think when we're in school, we want to fit in so bad that we aren't really genuine.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
we're trying to fit in.
Yeah.
We're trying to shapeshift.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
Right?
Yeah, be somebody who we're not really, just so that we can fit in. Mm-hmm. But that can carry over into midlife too.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, absolutely. But I think I know for me, like going through menopause and stuff, I just don't want to put up with shit anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm very lucky. I have the greatest friends. I have 2 best friends that I've been best friends for 50 years. Mm-hmm. Very lucky. That normally doesn't happen. And then other friends along the way that I'm still friends with who I love and fantastic. And then new friends. Mm-hmm. What I'm trying to say is if I met someone 20 years ago and I met that same person now, I probably wouldn't be friends with them now.
Yeah.
That makes
right.
sense.
Well, because you're a different person. Like I feel like I'm a different person than I was back in middle school and high school. But I'm not the same.
But you don't put up with crap. now.
Exactly.
You're like, you want to be like a jerk to me?
Right.
Bye.
Right.
Back then, you would
Yeah.
you would put up with that because you just wanted to fit in.
Right.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah, and for me, it's like I'm looking for the least amount of drama possible.
Ugh,
The
I
whole
hate
drama
drama.
thing, if it gets too dramatic, that's when I start to be
Peace
like, oh,
out.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's too much. So, their friends group is smaller, but it's that there's more to me. They're deeper relationships that I had,
Yeah, absolutely.
and definitely more valuable to me than in the past.
Like we were saying before, you have different friends at different times in your life.
Yep. So here's a couple of ways that people can feel excluded. And here's kind of how it shows up for people. So not being invited to gatherings that feel casual. So it's like, for instance, like, hey, I'm going out to lunch with Nancy today, and you find out about it and you're like, hey, how come you didn't invite me?
Yeah.
And it was just like a casual thing, like, oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't meant to be anything
planned,
exclusionary.
Like, right.
Yeah.
Like, you're not trying to say, okay, let's exclude Daneen.
Right.
Let you and I go out. It just, you guys were
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever felt that with anyone?
You know what? I think with me, Lisa, and June, we've been friends for 50 years, like I said. And I think sometimes all three of us would be like, they went out for coffee or whatever. And I'd be like, well, why didn't you ask me to go?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. They live close together.
Yeah.
I live like over a half hour away.
Yeah.
They're basically 10 minutes from each other.
Okay. That makes a difference too.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it definitely happens now. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Here and there. But I know that they love me and I love them. And sometimes me and Lisa will do something or me and June or like, it is what it is.
Right. But see, that's the beauty of being older, right?
Yeah.
Because you have the wisdom now to know it's not a personal thing, or hopefully you have the wisdom now to know that's not a personal thing, that it's just something. Sometimes that happens when friends will get together and not include you. That's okay.
Or the other thing is being older is I think we're more apt to say, that kind of hurt my feelings. Instead of keeping it in and letting it fester.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're more apt to say that. And then you feel better when you talk about it.
Right. It's like, what the fuck, bitch? You didn't invite me.
Yeah. They're like, oh, sorry.
And you're like, oh, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, so here's another one, common ways midlife exclusion shows up, learning about plans after the fact. So like, for instance, people going out, let's say going out dancing, and it's like, well, wait a minute, I didn't know you guys were planning to go out dancing. How come you didn't tell me? And people could be like, oh yeah, you can come. And then you still feel like excluded in a way, even though they're still inviting you.
Because the original plan was not to have you go.
Right. Right.
Right.
But it could have just been like, oh,
it just
sorry,
happens.
didn't think about it,
But I don't know. Like I said, is that like a girl thing?
Yeah, I think it is.
No, I think it is.
I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, because you know what? I think it's really important for women to have women friends. There's that connection there that I don't get from my husband at all. We've talked about that in other episodes, and so sometimes it stings more when that happens. I don't know. That's how I feel.
And us girls, we just like telling each other everything.
Right.
Like too much, right?
Right.
Guys don't tell each other everything.
That's a fact.
Right? Like I think we talked about this before. Like just say, Greg was out with one of his buddies or whatever, and I don't know, something happened in their life, and you're like, so what happened? I don't know.
I know.
You were just with them. Well,
did you ask him about this? No. I'm like, what?
No. We know someone's life within 10 minutes, their whole entire life.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
No. Guys aren't, they just,
they like truly do just talk about football and work.
They don't talk about their feelings.
Fishing.
That's it.
There's a freedom with that, actually.
Yeah, totally. But we talk about like, hey, did you see what blah, blah, blah. And then like, or, something happens with someone else and then you kind of want to be like, okay, what do you think about that?
Yeah.
It's almost like we're therapists to each other.
Yeah. Oh, we got into some good conversation the other night. That night that we were all supposed to do the sleepover.
Oh, at the cabin?
Yeah. We got into some really good
Which one?
conversation.
Oh
A
my
lot of
God.
them. I mean, some real like heavy conversations.
Yeah.
About children and
Mhm.
your kid, your kids and all that sort of
Yep.
thing. But then some other stuff we were just laughing as a group of women. It was great. We had a really good time.
We always have something to talk about, I feel like, women.
We do.
We
Yeah.
always have something to talk about.
Absolutely, we do.
Yeah.
And
all
that's
right.
good. That's good.
Mhm.
Group chats that can be formed quietly, so you're not in the group chat, whether it be on text or on Facebook
Yeah.
and that sort of thing. You're like, oh, wait a minute, how come I'm not in that group? That has happened to me before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and through work, okay, and
Yeah.
my work, everybody's really good friends with each other too, but it wasn't anything to do with like
Excluding you.
excluding
It
me.
just
They
happens.
just happen to not put my phone number in and a couple other people, but you still, again, still kind of feel like you're like, oh, shit. Yeah. So here's a few unspoken rules of adult and female friendships. So adult friendships rarely include explicit expectations. So roles emerge silently. There's always like a planner in the group. There's an emotional hub person in the group.
Absolutely.
And then there's the peripheral friend in the group.
That's a cool way of looking at it.
Yeah.
It's a dynamic.
It is. Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
who do you think you are? You're the planner.
You think?
Don't you think?
Sometimes. But then I don't know.
I mean, I guess I feel like I'm kind of a couple of things. I feel like I'm a bit of a planner. Like, let's do this. But also the emotional, like, I don't like when people feel bad.
Yeah, right. You are. You're the fixer.
Yeah.
I feel like in the group, like you try to make everybody feel good. Which is great. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I personally, I like to get out and do things together, and like we just started doing some country line dancing, which is super fun. That's super fun.
She is the most amazing teacher.
It's fun.
This is the first class. You do other classes. This is the first time I ever went to any of your classes. This was a line dancing class.
Yep. Super fun. You guys should come.
It was so awesome. You're such a great teacher.
Oh, thank you.
No, seriously.
We had a good time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
What was great about it too was at the end, everybody was sweaty, and women, there was one guy in the class, but women were coming up to me and they were like, oh my God, that was so fun. And the smiles on their faces, when I left there, I was so like high just from everybody having a good time. It was so great. And I'm like, oh, I want to, do it again.
More. Yeah.
It was fun.
Well,
yeah, we're going to be. Yeah, we're going to be doing some more country line dancing to be disclosed at a future date.
Yes.
All right. So sometimes silence replaces clarity because confrontation feels risky. So
yeah.
I don't know if that, I don't know. I feel like we're all pretty bold with each other now.
Yeah. I think when you're younger, you're more apt not to say too much.
Right.
But as time goes on and life beats the shit out of you.
Right. The less fucks you have to give.
Yeah, they're just flying fucks going out the window.
Yeah.
We're more apt to say how we feel or not put up with shit.
Right.
Although I still am a little bit of a people
pleaser.
But I'm way better than I used to be.
Yeah. And then sometimes drifting becomes the default ending. So and Daneen and I were talking about this before we hit record. It's like a lot of relationships don't end in a fight. They just end in drifting in silence. All of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I haven't talked to that person in 6 months.
Yeah.
And you're like, what?
Because life brings you in different directions too, right? Like maybe they got a new job and they're busier now and you just don't talk to them as much. And then you have something that you have going on. And but then you have one or two, whatever friends that no matter how long you have not talked to them or seen them, when you see them, it's like you never had that time apart.
Right. Pick right back up.
Yeah. I have some friends like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. We need that, right?
Yep.
No one says anything, yet everything changes. So Women often avoid direct conversations to keep peace, avoid being labeled dramatic. So hurt goes unaddressed in that case. So again, I think that's something more of the past that women would do, younger women would do. I think as we are in midlife that we don't do that as much anymore. We're kind of done with the bullshit. All right. So emotional labor and imbalance. So it is emotional to have friendships, of course. Women often are conditioned to check in with each other. Like, hey, how you doing? Right? You don't really see guys doing that.
Oh, I'd be like, Jim, how's so-and-so doing? I don't know. I haven't talked to him in 3 weeks. I'm like, what?
It's so true.
I talk to Lisa and June every single day.
Yeah.
Just about.
Right.
And if I haven't talked to him like a day or two, I'm like, what?
Are you guys okay?
Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
Crazy.
Checking in.
Yeah.
Women often remember milestones.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's your birthday or it's your anniversary. Women definitely do that.
Yeah.
And women provide each other emotional support. That's why it's so important to have a circle of women friends or one. It doesn't have to be a circle, just somebody that you can emotionally connect to. Right. So we are kind of the emotional caretakers of, especially in midlife, because we have couple relationships now. So the woman is in each relationship, couple relationship, is the one that it knows what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
As far as birthdays, holidays, all that sort of thing.
Or even plans.
Yeah. Right.
Right?
Going out to dinner. We do that all the time.
We go out in their boat.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm like, Jim, we're going on the boat this weekend. He's like, okay.
Or I'll say to my husband, you want to go out to dinner tonight? And he's like, yeah. I'll say, where do you want to go? He goes, I don't care. Where do you want to go? And this goes on. And then finally I just go, all right, we're going to the cabin. We're meeting everybody at the cabin. And he's like, okay, fine. That's how it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have conversations with Jim like that?
Yes, I do. But he's pretty good about, all right, like if I take too long coming up with something, he does the same thing.
Yeah.
We're doing this. Let's go.
Right.
All right.
I think for my husband, he makes so many decisions all day long because he's a manager at work that he just doesn't want to make any more decisions. So now I'm just like, we're going, this is where we're going and everyone's going to meet us there.
I mean, I love going to the cabin and I that's where I always want to go anyways.
Yeah.
But if he wants to go someplace different, I'll let him pick that because I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So competition, comparison, and sensitivity. So midlife can reignite comparison. So we would compare each other maybe back in the day, in high school, like, oh, look at the clothes she's wearing. Well, that can happen a little bit in midlife too, right?
Yes, but I also think at this stage of the game, I think we're more apt to be like, you know what, you look really nice. I love your hair. Where'd you get that shirt?
Yeah.
In my 20s, I don't think I was really like that. I think more now. We want
more complimentary.
Yes.
That's a word.
Yeah. But I think we just want to lift women up more than be like, oh, look what she's wearing.
Right. Yeah.
Because what's that going to do? No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I agree. I definitely agree. You're not afraid to compliment someone for how they look or I think it doesn't make you feel bad. It
actually makes you feel good to make them feel good.
Right. Absolutely. Yep. Boom. Yep. So midlife can reignite competition with aging, their bodies. Like, oh, look at you. She's only 50 and she looks like that. Or, oh my God, look at how great she looks at 60, that sort of thing. But again, I think that more and more women are coming out and saying, you look great. I don't care what age you are. You look great.
Right.
It's all good. It's all good. And then potentially compare about freedom and success. So do you have the freedom to go out and do whatever you want because you have, maybe you have more money now because you're in midlife. Midlife tends to be that age where you do feel like you can do more because you're more financially secure.
Right.
So that could be competitive for some.
Oh, true.
It doesn't have to be, but it can be. So this competition, when people feel this way, it shows up as like a lack of celebration. So people don't like celebrate your wins. They almost like
They're jealous.
jealousy. Yep.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if someone's doing really great, like good for you. Like why would you I don't understand. I'll never understand that.
I think it's because people are really jealous about other people's successes.
Hmm.
Like, oh, look at you.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I think so too. We should
bad.
celebrate each other.
Yes.
They can distance themselves subtly towards someone if they're jealous of them. So just kind of pull themselves back and be dismissive. Just like, don't even talk to them at all. Hormonal changes in midlife can sometimes heighten sensitivity.
Oh, absolutely.
So we can be a little more sensitive to all
sensitive and snip-a-doodly-doo.
And some friendships struggle to adapt to evolving identities. So as we do age, our identities can shift a little bit. We don't completely change our identities, but they shift. So that sometimes can be a struggle for relationship friend relationships.
I am so fidgety. I can't even stand myself.
Caregiving demand.
I always have to have something in my hand too.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a little fidget.
I need a fidget thing. Anyone else out there feel like that? Like,
yeah, I'm sure.
I can't sit still. Like I have to. You guys probably notice I freaking fidget. I'm such a fidgeter. I have to have something in my hand to play with. Like,
have you always been like that?
I guess so.
Yeah, and you just do you have a nervous energy?
Oh yeah.
Oh
hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my nerves are shot to hell.
Well, we'll get you some little fidget thing you can play with.
I think that's a great idea. I think I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I think, those little popper things? Those are good.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. All right. So friendship grief in midlife. So friendship loss can be really tough. So if a friend, it's kind of like a breakup, like a divorce or a breakup with a significant other. It can really be tough. Have you ever had anything like that happen to you?
No. Have you?
No, I had one friend that I was really close to, but it was again a kind of a thing where we just grew apart.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a big fight or anything that we had. So we just I haven't talked to her in years.
Yeah.
But it wasn't anything really significant that we broke up.
Yeah.
But
no, I don't think I've really had anything. Just drifting away from people just because I'm in a different place in my life. But other than that, no. So,
but it can be tough because you really miss that person, right? There's no script for grieving platonic relationships at all. So everyone deals with it their own way for sure. And this loss can feel like you lose a loss of identity sometimes, your shared history together, and your future assumptions of what you were going to do, together. Let's face it, sometimes you feel like, oh, we're going to grow old together and we're going to, live together once, all the men are gone or whatever. We'll be in the nursing home together. And that could be tough.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we do now with my friends and even like my sister. I'm like, we're all going to live together and we're going to, yeah.
Yeah. And then women may stay connected just out of guilt or loyalty because they don't want any of that stuff to happen to them. So they might just keep that friendship even though it's really not
serving them anymore.
Yeah. Yep.
Just kind of put them on the back burner there.
Yeah, because letting go can a lot of times feel like betraying the history that they have built together as friends.
Yeah.
So you miss who you were when that friendship existed. And that can be a true loss altogether because you're missing that part of yourself too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. How female friendships evolve in midlife. So they shift from groups to one-on-one connections sometimes. And a lot of times it's for emotional safety, for ease, for honesty, that sort of thing. So sometimes it can be a group relationship and then it'll branch off to just two people really making that connection in the group.
So are you talking about when people like get divorced and stuff?
Yeah.
And it's almost like who gets the children?
Exactly.
Who gets the children in the divorce? Is that
Did you lose a lot of your friends through when you got divorced?
No. They were all my friends anyway.
Ah,
I'm serious.
really?
Yeah, he didn't really. This is my ex-husband.
He didn't have a lot of friends?
No, because he was selfish. You
Oh,
can't be selfish and have friends.
yeah. Yeah.
No.
There were a few that I had lost through my
No.
divorce, but it was okay because the divorce was not super great, and I feel like those were the people that weren't very
Good anyway.
good anyway,
Yeah.
so there wasn't like a super loss there for me. This is interesting.
Wow.
So smaller circles of friends often reflect maturity and not isolation. So the smaller the friend group, usually the women that are in that small friend group are more mature. And group dynamics can amplify comparison and hierarchy. So that's kind of interesting, a hierarchy in a group of women that are friends. So there's usually like kind of like the boss of the group, and then the president, and then the vice president, and then you know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true. I think you're right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do you see that at all in your friendship circles?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
All right, out with it, girl.
No, again, like I have different little friend groups.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's different in each group.
Yeah.
Like I may be like
the alpha female
in one of them.
Yeah.
And then I might be
the
vice president in the other. And then I might be in the other club, in the other group.
Yeah.
I may be like way, you know what
the
I mean?
minion.
The minion. So yeah. Do you find that?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's an interesting way to think of it, though.
Yeah, but it's because they're different groups bring different personalities into it.
Yeah.
So you're going to get that for sure. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about what a healthy midlife female friendship looks like. So there's mutual effort within the group. So it's not just one person making all the effort to keep the group together.
Yes.
You're allowed space without punishment. You don't feel like you're being punished if you're like, listen, I need space right now, or that one person might fall off the group for a little bit and needs to some time by themselves.
Yeah.
They don't get punished for it.
Yeah, that I don't understand. How could you ever do that to a friend? Like just because they need some time alone? Like why would you punish them for that?
I don't know, but that can happen though, because again, sometimes some of these traits that we had back in our youth, we carry on to some of our friendship circles as we get older, and
True.
All right. Honest communication, which can be tough. That can be tough.
It can be.
But when you are able to communicate honestly with your friends, that's so valuable.
Right. Without being judged.
Yeah.
And, even like if you could tell them how you feel about maybe something that they've done or said to hurt your feelings.
Right.
Like I said before, you're better off just being able to do that.
Right.
Without losing that friend.
And it's always important to come from a place of kindness all the time.
It's all in the delivery.
Oh yeah. 100%.
I really find that with everything, no matter what it is, it's all in the delivery, not putting someone on the defense.
Right.
Like you did this to me, you did it. You can just say, you know what? I just felt like when you said that, it made me feel like this or whatever.
That's a good point, because when you point and say you all the time, it does put people on the defense, and you're not going to get anywhere that way with a conversation like that.
Yeah.
And you know that you're in a good friend group when your nervous system is calm, when you're all together, and it just flows. It just flows.
It's like, oh.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I need it. It's like, it's like getting it's like hitting the reset on your computer or recharge it. Like when you recharge your phone, you feel recharged after you're with your friend group.
Honestly, I feel like that going to the cabin with all you guys, especially in the summertime when we can be outside and we're hanging out and we're
be silly
and just be silly and have fun, and there's no judgment, and it's the best.
Because let's face it, life out there can be hard and dark and scary. and when you can go out together and we do karaoke
Oh
or
my God.
just get together and have a few drinks or not. You don't even have to drink. Have dinner or just laugh, tell jokes, go line dancing, whatever. It's all good.
And just be genuine.
Yeah.
Just be you. Just be you. And without other people judging you, if you're being really silly that night and you're saying stupid shit, there's no judgment.
Right.
We just have so much fun, and
because we do crazy stuff.
We do
when we're together. That's fun. It is good. So what no longer works in a relationship is scorekeeping. That's not good. Like, well, I did this for you, so you need to do this for me.
That's bullshit right there.
Passive aggression is not good. Kind of the same type of thing, I think. You don't want to be passive aggressive. Like emotional dumping without reciprocity. So, that's tough. Yeah. We had someone in our group a little bit ago who would do that. And it was just bad, just dumping on her husband the whole time. And it was really bringing us all down.
See, and that's the other thing. Sometimes you have friends, acquaintances or friends or whatever, that suck the life out of you.
Yeah.
If you have a friend that sucks the life out of you,
it's time to rethink it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is.
Because, no.
Yeah. This friend is not
in our group anymore.
Yeah. And it wasn't because she was kicked out or anything. It just happened that way that she moved on to another area, which is good. But yeah, it wasn't good for all of us.
No.
We were just really, I mean, we were dreading getting out together because this person was.
Yeah. We'd go and we'd be like, where is she?
There. Right. She's over there. It was crazy.
That's bad, but
yeah. You don't need to feel guilty about that. If it's not working for you and serving you, then you need to let it go. So let's reframe all this. So being left out, if you ever feel left out, it's not a measure of your worth at all. And if you feel hurt, you should talk to your friends about it. If it's something that is really bothering you, be honest. Don't let it sit and fester because it's just going to make things worse down the road, I think.
And write into us.
Yeah.
Give us some examples of things that you've been through.
Yeah.
And we can bring those up and discuss those. And we don't have to say your name if you don't want to.
No, you can be anonymous.
But I don't know, it'd be nice to get some feedback on things that you've gone through.
Yeah.
Too.
Yep. We want to hear from you. Fewer friendships often equal better alignment. So don't feel like you have to have a million friends and be everybody's best friend because it's probably going to be too much for you.
Yeah.
And you're not really going to connect emotionally with everybody.
Yeah. You wouldn't be able to keep up with it.
No, definitely not. When you find those people that you connect with, then you work on the relationship because relationships do take some work for sure. Midlife friendships prioritize peace over proximity. So we said it before, if these groups of friends give you peace, then you want that. Even if you're miles away from each other and you connect via phone or see each other maybe once a month or once every couple months, if it's filling your soul, then you keep doing it.
True that.
And growth naturally changes social circles. So don't be afraid of growth and people kind of coming and going in the group. I remember when we first had the group, it was a really tight group. And then a couple other couples started coming in. And it was interesting. The dynamics were interesting because you're like, who are these people? And you kind of let it play out. And are they going to fit
Who are these people kept trying to get into our group?
Right. But they fit in perfectly. And it's great. So it's all good. It's all good. All right. So let's do a really quick listener question here. Over the last few years, I started noticing that I wasn't included in the things the way I used to be. There was no fallout, no argument, just fewer invitations. I kept telling myself everyone was busy, but eventually it became clear that the group was still getting together, just without me. What surprised me most wasn't the hurt, but how much I questioned myself for even caring at this age. So it does, it can still really stay.
Well, that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
It never goes away. I mean, again, everyone wants to belong. Everyone wants to be included. It's not right or wrong. It's just the way it is.
Right. And I have some advice for everybody. Like, you got to love yourself first, right? If you really do have to have a good relationship with yourself, because when you do that, then you can have good relationships with other people too.
I think when we're younger, we don't realize this, but when we're older, we do that. You have the choice. You have the choice to have who you want as your friend.
Right.
You always have had that choice.
Right.
But I think as we get older, we really know that.
Yeah.
Because we're like, listen, I just want to enjoy the rest of my life.
Right.
I don't want bullshit. I don't want drama. I don't know. I think that when we get older, it's just, we're like, that, no, yes, no.
That's absolutely, you have the choice. And that's the beauty of getting into midlife and having the wisdom to be able to do that, to know that you do have the opportunity to choose. That's what midlife gives us, is wisdom.
Yeah. Wisdom.
Why is it powerful things?
Oh, wisdom. And, I don't know if you guys would do this.
And no flying
fucks.
That's it.
That's it. Oh.
So midlife taught me that friendships don't always end. They just reveal which ones were being held together by effort instead of connection.
I totally believe that.
Shouldn't take a lot of effort to have friends.
No.
It's going to take some effort, but it shouldn't take a ton of effort.
The effort is effort that you don't mind putting effort into.
Right.
But if you're putting effort into a shit show all the time, no.
It's got to be, you got to go with the flow.
Yeah.
It's got to be flowy. It's got to feel good in your soul.
Yep.
You got to laugh. You got to glow.
You got to flow.
That's right. So I think we podcasted. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right. So laugh a little more.
Glow a little brighter.
And go with the flow. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.